Hello everyone, welcome to the cooking channel. This is Nadine's cooking channel and let's get cooking. Hello everybody, today we're going to be cooking up some buffalo chicken dip. It's one of my family's favorites from anywhere from 4th of July to Super Bowl and a lot of different family functions, or even if you just have that urge just to have a snack. But anyway, we're going to be starting. This is the ingredients. We've got 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese, some ranch dressing, some shredded mozzarella cheese, some of the Frank's original sauce, the red hot sauce. Gotta have that for buffalo chicken. And then we have some shredded chicken back here, some onions, some garlic, and of course a little bit of olive oil to be able to caramelize our onions and garlic together before we put it in the mix. So let's get cooking. Okay, to start out this recipe, we're going to take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, put in there just a dab, just enough to coat the onions and the garlic so we can kind of get them almost to a caramelized state. Then we're going to add our onions in there. Get all of them out of there. And then we're going to add our garlic into the pan. And then we're going to stir this up and get this caramelizing for our dip. I like to do this so that the onions are softer and the outcome. I don't like to bite into crunchy onions. I like them to be soft and incorporated into the dish. So we're going to get this all caramelized and good to go. Okay, our onions and garlic mix is pretty much done. You don't want it to start turning brown to that point, but just enough that the onions are softened and ready to go into the dish. So we're going to set this aside off the burner and let's start mixing up the rest of it and get it ready for the oven. Okay, now while our onions are cooling off, we're going to start mixing up the chicken dip. We'll put our 2 blocks of cream cheese in there. And then we're going to add the chicken to that, which is approximately about 2 cups of chicken in there. Of shredded chicken. You can either use like the canned chicken breast, or my favorite is using the rotisserie chicken and shred it. That is the absolute best for this recipe. Or you can fix you some chicken breast, boil it up and shred it for it. And then the next thing that we're going to put in there is we're going to put half of the mozzarella cheese. And then we're going to save the other half for the topping of it. This is about 2 cups of mozzarella cheese in there. And then we'll save the other half to go on the very top of it before we put it in the oven. And then we're just going to mix this all together. And then once I get this all incorporated and mixed together, then we'll add the other ingredients into it. Okay, so now we got all that mixed together, and one of my favorite tools to mix this, believe it or not, is the old-fashioned potato masher that you can get. These are sometimes they're hard to find though in the stores anymore, but it will mix that cream cheese and the other cheeses up really good and the rest of the seasoning in there that we're going to put in there. Now next we'll want to take a 1/3 cup of ranch dressing. We'll pour that in there. Right there. And then the next thing will be some of the Frank's hot sauce. And this stuff here, you pretty much put this in there to your taste, whatever your taste is, what you enjoy. I'm going to open this up a little bit because it's too hard to shake it out of the bottle. Probably putting in there about 1/3 of a cup, about the same amount of or maybe just a little bit more, of the ranch dressing, about the same. And let me remove this spatula out of the way. And then we're going to add our onions and garlic that we fixed a while ago. Doesn't take a whole lot of onions. I probably chopped up maybe about 1/3 of a medium onion, and probably about a tablespoon of minced garlic. Okay, and then we're going to mix all of this up together. You can also put green onions in this, or garnish it with green onions at the end after you pull it out of the oven. But now that we got all of this mixed up, thoroughly mixed up really good, we're going to put it into a baking dish and pop it into the oven. Or well, we're going to put the rest of our mozzarella cheese on the top, which I will show you that here in just a second. But as soon as I get it into the baking dish, I'll be right back. Okay, once you get this spread out into the baking dish, the next thing we want to do is we want to put the rest of our mozzarella cheese on there and spread that out. And like I said, you can garnish this. You can put a little bit of green onions on it, or maybe some parsley or anything like that that you want to put on there. I always wait for my garnish until after it gets done baking. And we're going to pop this in a oven that's preheated to 350 degrees and leave it in there probably about 15 to 20 minutes until the cheese melts all the way around. You don't want to leave it in there too long because you don't want it to start getting so brown and crusty and everything. You just want it to be heated completely thoroughly because everything is already cooked in there, and the cheese to be melted real good, so you'll have a pretty presentation at the end. Okay, I just pulled it out of the oven. It's just gotten where it's just barely brown around the edges, and the dip is ready. So we're going to try this out. And I sprinkled a little bit of parsley on the top. And like I said, you can put like the green onions or the parsley or whatever you like on the top to garnish it. But we're going to try this out. I love this buffalo dip. Perfect. Every time. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe. And I hope your family enjoys it as much as I do. Everybody have happy holidays.